I will turn this over to Roy, who will introduce our program, the one we've been waiting for. Thank you.
Gary, I'm glad you led the singing. Okay, our program today is a very familiar figure here in the greater Lafayette community. Bill Kissinger has been a presenter at our club before. You all know that he was a longtime assistant director in the Department of Bands at Purdue University for some 37 years. He's been the conductor of our Lafayette Citizens Band since 1988, which is a tremendous tenure, and makes such a great contribution to the cultural life of this community every summer. We're delighted to have Bill with us today, and I'm going to turn the program over to him for whatever he chooses to say and sing and play and whatever.
Thank you, Roy. Can you hear me okay on this? Yeah. I can put it up on the table, but then it might blare the folks in the front, so I'll just leave it on the ground. I'm a one-man band these days. You know, I conducted 400 with the All-American Marching Band. I still conducted 50 or 60 with the Lafayette Citizens Band. But today I'm a one-man band, just me and my iPhone. And I've shut my iPhone off so I won't get any phone calls interrupting it. And when I was here a couple of months ago, I played great standards from the Great American Songbook for you. And since it's seasonally appropriate, I thought I might just do my jazz version of Christmas songs. And so I'm going to start off, and I'm going to play with my euphonium, or baritone horn, which most of you know what this is. We educate around here as well. And I also play the trombone. This is a cousin of the trombone, has the same mouthpiece and the same bore. It just has valves instead of a slide to change the pitch. And this is a little more mellow than the trombone. But I'm going to play Christmas songs, and in case I'm going to sing, and it's a lot easier if I sit, so I can put the horn on my lap when I'm singing and handle my iPhone and all this stuff, and keeping everything running for you. So we're going to start right now with a little tune called Let It Snow. Outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I hate going out in the storm. But if you'll really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Thank you. If you've been to any of my Citizens Band concerts, you know I'm a big fan of a fellow by the name of Leroy Anderson. He was educated at Harvard and was the direct conductor of the Harvard Band for many years. And then he started writing arrangements and original tunes for the Boston Pops. And this next tune was written for them. He wrote it during a heat wave. You'll find out that many of these Christmas songs, they don't write Christmas songs at Christmas time. They got to write them in July so they can record them and get them ready to go out for the Christmas season. So many of these songs are written on the hottest day of the year. And that was true of this one. It was written actually in 1949 and was premiered by the Boston Pops. And lyrics were added in 1950 later on. So here is Sleigh Ride.
Could get the middle of this
This next song was written by a fellow by the name of Ralph Blaine, and he was born in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, a very big metropolis. It's just outside of Tulsa. He went to school at Tulsa High School, and got on Broadway and wrote a lot of music for Broadway and some Broadway shows. But he's probably most famous for this one, which was written for an MGM musical called Meet Me in St. Louis. And it starred Judy Garland, and of course, probably the most significant recording was done by Frank Sinatra. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star up on the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. When I grew up, my father was a band director at the University of Illinois, and he had a number of kids that studied privately. And a young fellow by the name of Rick Gerard came to study with him when he was in ninth grade on cornet, trumpet. And he ended up as the drum major of the Marching Illini when he was in college at the University of Illinois, and then moved out to Los Angeles after graduation. And started a career actually as a singer. He sang in the Illinois Glee Club and sang in a folk, kind of a Kingston Trio type folk group within that Glee Club, much like the Purdue Glee Club has smaller groups like the Ba-Na-Na and stuff. Anyway, after a couple of years, he ended up as an A&R man, artist and repertory man, who went out and sought out artists and helped them get recordings made for RCA Victor. And one of the fellows that he discovered was a fellow that lived up in San Francisco by the name of Jose Feliciano. And he happened to write a tune called Feliz Navidad. And when he recorded it, Rick said, Jose, something's missing here. You need some brass. So he was the one instigator to have him actually be backed by a bunch of trumpets and trombones that made the whole recording much better. So here's my version of Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas with lots of presents to make you happy. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas with mistletoe and lots of cheer, with lots of laughter throughout the years from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. I've never sung before either. I only started singing because I don't have enough chops on with my lips to last for 3 hours. So I figured if I sang half the time, it took the horn off my face, you know. And I kind of picked the tip up from Louis Armstrong, who the older he got, the more he sang and the less he played, even though he was one of the greatest trumpet players ever and set the style for all the rest of us to follow. But so I don't claim to be a singer. I just sing to save my chops. So the next tune was written and it was first sung on Eddie Cantor's radio show in 1934. It became an instant hit with orders for 100,000 copies of the sheet music the very next day. And 400,000 copies were sold by Christmas time. And it was written by a fellow by the name of John Coots. And he also wrote a couple tunes you might recognize. You Go to My Head and For All We Know, Santa Claus is Coming to Town. So you better watch out. You better watch out, you better not cry, better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Well, he's making a list, checking it twice, gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. Well, he sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake, he knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out, you better not cry, better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Well, we get up to World War II years, and of course that was sentimental times, wasn't it? You know, Tommy Dorsey, the great trombone player that was my hero when I was growing up, he was known as the Sentimental Gentleman. His theme song was "I'm Getting Sentimental Over You," and this song kind of reflects the thoughts of the soldiers fighting in the war, wondering whether they're going to be home in time for Christmas. I'll be home for Christmas.